All right, without further ado, I'm super excited to announce that I have partnered with Clout Power. I'm officially a Clout Power athlete. So first things first, I just want to say thank you for everybody that showed support on my post announcing my Clout Power signing. There also is a giveaway going on. I'm gonna try and post this video today. So if you see this video, make sure to go onto my Instagram post and enter the giveaway. There will be 10 winners, not just one, but freaking 10. I thought that was so cool by them. It just really shows how much they wanna, support us signing with the new company and things like that. So go enter. There's a great chance that you win the new pre-workout, the Karma pre-workout, which I do have right here. It comes in three different flavors. We have poison apple, which I'm not actually a fan of apple flavors, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I usually hate like green apple anything. This is a great flavor. Juicy burst flavor. Obviously that's the aminos, but they have it in the juicy burst flavor. And then the last one that they have is the new Arctic cherry flavor. It's inside this box. Guys, I just want to say thank you so much for showing me support over the years. Kind of give you some backstory about how I got started in the supplement industry. Well, my first ever sponsorship was with the last company I was with. They were called SUPP, but I'll give you some backstory on that. With SUPP, I basically it was in the beginning stages of my fitness career. I believe I had about 9,000 followers on social media on Instagram, which is crazy to think about, going from 9,000 to well over 150,000 now. And I can't do this without all of you, so I appreciate it so much, guys. You just don't understand how much every single one of you have helped elevate my life in a really beautiful way, and I'm so grateful. But nonetheless, basically, when I got started, I was just a guy. I was trying to figure out my way. If y'all don't know, I moved out here to Dallas, the Dallas, Texas area. I decided to move out here on my own. I lived in my car for the first 6 months that I ever lived here. I was working at an LA Fitness, and I was sleeping outside back at the LA Fitness. And it was kind of just my dream to chase something that I didn't know was possible, but I just believed if I put myself in an area where there was a lot of people doing the things that I wanted to do, then I would potentially have the success and have the ability to do those same things. And man, it happened with the last company I was with. I still remember to this day exactly how it happened. And I was in a gym, it's called Destination Dallas. They had an old location, and I was showing up. I remember I would never go to this gym because I never had the money to pay for it, but they had an anniversary weekend, they had all these things, and they had free day passes. So I came in always on the free days, always came on the free days. And there just so happened to be one day that this supplement company was there. When I walked in, they were like tasting stuff, and I just wanted to get some free pre-workout, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, let me try it. So I tried it, and I just went about my workout. I didn't think about anything else. I was just there for the workout, a free workout at a really cool gym. And sure enough, I was in the midst of my workout, and one of the ladies that worked for the company just comes up to me, and she's like, hey, we saw you just a second ago walking around, and you came up to us and stuff like that. We wanted to ask you, have you ever worked with a supplement company before? And I was like, no, I've never worked with a supplement company before, this, that, and the other. And she was like, would you be interested? And I was like, I mean, heck yeah, like that's the dream. I only had like 9,000 followers. So I was like, dude, this is the door. This is literally the door that could be opened to so many other things. And I was super excited at the time, and I got to take on a new opportunity with that company. I started out at a very, small contract, a very small, not really big in any way, because I wasn't big in any way. And from that contract, I was able to grow with the company. I was able to, earn more money. I was able to earn more opportunities. I got to go to the Olympia with them. I did photo shoots. I got to do all these things. I got put in Walmart ads. I got put in, posters in Dubai and all these things. And it was something that had always been my dream, and I finally got to see my dream come to life, and I was so extremely grateful. Particular, I was grateful to a man named TJ Humphreys, who was the owner of that company at the time. He's no longer the owner of the company, but he was the owner of the company at the time, and he just was always really there, always impactful in the brand, always trying to make things happen, and he's a really great guy. So unfortunately though, this is where things get a little bit, sad. And when TJ decided to leave the company about a year ago, he moved on to what we know as Rise. And Rise is a cool company, all that stuff. And he helped bring Rise to the place they are now. And then he ended up leaving there and going on to another company. But enough about TJ. When TJ left though, it put the previous company in a very weird place. Someone who was such a big part of, you know, creating opportunities for the company and being the voice, the advocate, the style, all of that was gone. And they left the company in the hands of, let's just say, unqualified individuals. I went and took a job with that company. I went to work in the office to try and help them on the social media side, on the athlete recruitment side, on those things and innovations, all of that stuff to help try and elevate the brand. Unfortunately though, the time I spent with that company in that office was very short. It was about almost a year long. And the problem with the company was that they're a whole bunch of old heads, man. Basically, that's the best way I can say it. They're a bunch of old heads that don't get the new wave of how we want to be treated, how we want to do things, and how you want things just in general. A lot of their stuff was really boring. A lot of their advertisings were pretty boring. Their marketing was garbage. And I was trying my best to be a part of the innovation, you know, like, hey, like, let's do this. Like, hey, we need to do these types of things. Hey, we need to get these types of athletes because that's what's going to help elevate this brand. And unfortunately, they didn't really listen that much. And I got to a point where I was with the company in the office and I was at a level of frustration with some of the people in the office, some of the higher ups. They hired some individuals that weren't qualified for their positions and really kind of took the direction of the company in a poor way. And that's just how things go, you know. It's not always gonna be perfect, it's not always gonna be beautiful, you know, and I understand that, but I'm a very passionate person. I wear my emotions on my sleeve and I'll never hide them, you know. That's who I am at the soul and the root of me. And I didn't like the shit that was going on. I didn't like how things were happening. I didn't like how they were treating athletes. I didn't like that they weren't really treating athletes like shit. There's people that had been with that company. I was only with that company for 3 years. There's people that have been with that company for 5, 6 years and had never gotten certain opportunities and then got opportunities taken away for literally no reason. And it just is very sad on their part because they have an opportunity. I always would say this in the office that the name of that brand was something that could be so great. You know, you think about that, Pro Supps. It could be a literally professional supplements. It could go light years and light years on. You know, you could have some of the best athletes in the world a part of that team. But instead they had such a small focus, and they were such a niche focused brand that they actually didn't even do anything in their niche, and they pretty much sucked in their niche. And I'm not going to try and talk down too much because I don't want to be that type of person, but it definitely left me with a bitter taste in my mouth. And unfortunately, I got to a point where I just stopped caring because they didn't care either. And when I stopped caring, I mean, again, I wear my heart on the sleeve. You could see that shit. Like, I'm just walking in there late. I'm not caring. You know, you're asking me questions. I'm giving you the most generic answers because I've given you all of the answers. I've given you all of the things that I know are going to be successful. And, you know, I believe in something called intuition. I believe that it's a superpower. If you know that, if you have great intuition, you understand what I'm saying. When you feel something to your core and you know that it will be successful, when you feel something to your core and you know it without really knowing it, it's something that you can't deny. And for me, I have a great intuition about many things, not just supplements, but life, just people, what people should do, what things should happen. I've always thought like I could probably be a life coach, right? Like it would be very easy for me to be a life coach and help people elevate themselves. Unfortunately, it was definitely part of my fault. I will take responsibility because I stopped caring, because I stopped really giving a fuck about doing anything that they wanted me to do because of the fact that they weren't listening to anything that I was suggesting. The only people that were listening were like the graphic designers and things like that. And they were such hardworking people also getting just shit on, you know, getting dogpiled with work. They weren't ever hiring more people to help with all of the workload that they were trying to put on. And it's just, again, it's not fair to people when you do things like that. And it just makes people upset. They never rewarded employees. They never did anything for employees. They never did anything for athletes, man. A lot of the things that happened for athletes were because of TJ. TJ's a good guy and wanted these things to happen. And when TJ left, that all left with it. And, you know, I made suggestions, but again, they didn't listen. So basically what happened was in around June, ironically, it was like right before my freaking birthday, they fired me. And I'm just being transparent with y'all. I don't really care. that they fired me, but they just fired me. Like, they literally called me up. Like, this is how sad of this was that I got called on a Monday morning and just got told not to come in anymore and that I was terminated. Like, that's literally how it happened. And it wasn't, there was no notice. There was no, you know, hey, Cameron, you've got to do this, this, and this in the next 2 weeks, or we're going to probably have to let you go. Like, there's none of that, like none of that. So that part really left a bitter taste in my mouth. They were like, you know, we're going to let you go as an employee, but we want to keep you on as an athlete. And I was like, sure, whatever. Okay. Also too, there's a large part of me that freaking hated their supplements. I'm going to tell you right now, those supplements were freaking ass. Like, they were just not good. The taste could always have been better. I said this day in and day out in the office. The ingredient list could have always been better. I said this day in, day out in the office. And they were letting people choose the ingredients. They were letting people choose the flavors. They were letting people choose the styles that were, again, old heads, people who have no idea what you guys and I want. Like, and that doesn't make sense to me. Why would you do what people who aren't the people who are trying to buy the products? Why would you do what they want? Why wouldn't you do what the people who you want to buy your products want, you know? And it just, again, it was something that was so just a no-brainer to me. It was just a common sense, like, duh type thing. And it was so frustrating. So when they let me go, I was just like, all right, whatever, I'm an athlete, whatever. And I already started thinking about, like, let me find my way out of this company. So I just stopped promoting their supplements completely. From June on, I never talked about a single one of their supplements ever. It just didn't make sense to me. I didn't care anymore. And again, their products weren't really great. And I mean, like, I knew they weren't great. They messed with my stomach so much. All of these things, jitteriness, like I was shaky, all that stuff. The beta alanine in some of those products were just so intense that I just never enjoyed it. And beta alanine's a great supplement. It's just certain amounts of it and just in certain ways, it just didn't make sense to me again. And I would express these things, and you would think, as the athlete, as the person that you have hired to bring into the building, to be the voice of all of your athletes, to be the voice of the people that you're trying to get to buy your products, you'd think they would listen to me, but of course they did not, you know. And so that was part of my frustration. So in leaving there, I stopped promoting their stuff, and basically midway through August, I realized that they had emailed me. They had emailed me, didn't call, didn't do anything. They had emailed me at the beginning of August. This is probably like, I found this out on like August 20th or something like that. They had emailed me on the 1st of August telling me that at the end of this was the last time that I was going to get paid by this company and that they were no longer renewing my contract. 3 years with the company and I got a freaking email. 3 years with the company and I got an email. Being the face of the company, being someone who inspired a lot of the athletes to join that team, being someone that a lot of people never knew about this brand. I still get DMs about this all the time. People never knew about this brand until me. Like, and I'm not taking any credit, but it's just like, that's what an influencer does. You know, like, an influencer influences you to help the brand become more notable. It's brand representation, you know, all that stuff. And so it was very frustrating that halfway through the month I find out, like, oh, next month I'm not going to be paid and I got to figure that out. And okay, I have like 10 days to figure that out. So it really made me mad. Ironically though, Clout Power was already in the plan. As soon as June came around and they let me go as an employee, and it was like, this is why I tell you, and I mean this, guys. I mean this, guys and girls, everybody. Positive energy in the world will give you positive things back. You will get positivity back as long as you shove positivity out. And I was always good. I always try to be great to people. And as soon as they let me go, bro, it was like Clout Power freaking heard the call. It was like a bat signal went up or something. Clout Power came in there and they were like, yo, Cam, we'd love to have you a part of our team. And I've been hit up by other supplement companies that I won't mention and things like that. But it just never fit. One, financially it never made sense. Two, a lot of their products I just never cared about. And so I gave Clout Power a chance. I was like, sure, let's talk about it. Let's see. And I got on a phone call with their owner. His name's Daniel. And man, it was just exactly what I wanted to hear. It was the environment and the atmosphere of, we want to take care of you. We want you to be a part of our team. We want you to help you. We want you to help us. We're going to do so many things for you and your following and your brand and everything. all the things that every athlete, every person that's aspiring to do what I do wants to hear. You want to hear these things. You want to know that the brands you're a part of have your best interests at heart and think of you as more than just a person who sells their products. Like, it's so kind of gross in a way to just think of someone as a tool that you use. And that's all the previous company did, was just use their athletes as tools. And it's sad, man. It's just so sad. So Clout Power came in at the perfect time, and I had a great conversation with their owner, and I actually knew that I was probably going to sign with Clout Power from July. So when I found out that I was let go from ProSUPPs, I was like, dang, okay. But I wasn't even mad. I was more mad because I knew that I was going to be signing this contract in September, and I was going to be announcing on September 15th since July. So I was literally like, dang. I was like, frick, man. I wanted to, like, I want to get you first before you got me. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like, God dang, So it kind of sucked because, of course, you can't be like, haha, I'm out, peace. They kind of did it first, but I'm, again, not mad at all because, again, if you give positive energy in this world, great things will happen to you. And, of course, this is a great thing that happened to me, and I'm so extremely grateful to be a part of this brand. Their graphic designer, his name's Jared. Dude, this guy right here, man, this innovation, this style, the graphics that you're gonna see me post, the videos you're gonna see me post with things, is something I've never seen in the industry before. It is something that I've dreamed of being a part of when it comes to a brand. It's something that I preached to my previous brand about doing, and it's so cool to see this happening. Again, it's like crazy. You say all of these things like, I wish we would do this, I wish we would do this, I wish we would do this, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? And they ignored all of it. And then here comes a brand that listens to all of that, and I didn't even tell them. They're just like, this is the wave we're on. And I'm telling you, that shit, like, it made me so fucking happy, guys. It made me so happy. It made me so happy to finally find a brand that was like, yes. And I thought about it. I was like, Clout Power, like, okay, let me see how that resonates with me. Like, I don't like a lot of clout, but like, let's think about it. And then it clicked. It clicked. And this is exactly how it clicked. Clout Power, yes. In the name, you think like someone who wants all this attention. But at the same time, think of it like this. And this is how I think of it. Clout Power is a brand of individuals and a brand in general that is not seeking people's attention, but is so good at what they do that attention is gravitated towards them. Think about that. And I mean this. I'm gonna be honest, in my content, I don't try to follow trends. I don't try to do everything that everybody else does. Go look at my page and ask me if you see any other person out there doing the things that I do. If you see me looking like any other person, no. But I still get all the attention from people who appreciate what I do. And I don't ask for it. I get that clout because I put it out. I put out good energy. I put out good vibes. I try and support people, lift people up. I mean, it's my freaking passion, guys, to inspire and motivate all of you. It's my passion to show you a better way of building yourself up to become exactly who you want to be. That's all my journey's been about, is growing into the best version of myself and taking you with me. So when I get with a brand that's literally trying to do the same thing, just make themselves better graphics, better looks, better designs, better quality ingredients, all of those things, it just made sense. It made so much sense. And again, I'm so freaking grateful to Daniel, Jared, and the guys at Clout Power. I signed with them, and I made the announcement. I had a whole bunch of the team, follow me, reach out to me, hit me up, say, hey dude, so excited to have you a part of the brand and stuff like that. And it just goes to show how they're building a community of people who are really invested and inspiring, motivating, and impacting the industry. And that's exactly what I want to be a part of. If you don't know me that well, my journey goal is literally to inspire millions. That's always been my journey goal since the beginning of this. I just want to have an impact on a lot of people so that a lot of people can do the things that I believe I can do too. Again, I started this whole thing sleeping in my freaking car, and I was scared, I was tired, I was hungry, all of these things, man. And I'm still not there. I'm still not there. I'm on my way. And it's taking time. And yeah, there's people out there every day that you see that freaking skyrocket to success, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's gonna be you. It can be you. And if it is you, I'm so happy for you. But for most of us, it's about working very, very hard every day. No matter if you're tired, scared, hungry, sleep, it don't matter. We work, we grind, because what's the freaking motto, guys? What's the motto? Hard work pays off. And that is the fucking motto. Hard work pays off always. And I will never, ever, ever, ever go back on those words, because I know them to be true, because I've seen them happen in my life and I've done the work to get exactly where I am. And I'm telling you, I'm not even there yet. I haven't even peaked. Like, most people don't even know I'm 27 years old and I haven't even peaked, man. I haven't even peaked. So again, I'm so excited about this. I can't tell you how much I'm excited. So don't forget to use Cam15 when you check out. Show some love and support. I really appreciate it. I want to make a big impact with this company, and I want to let them know that I have a following that supports me and is there for me. And yeah, so if you need any products, you know where to go. Clout Power. Till next time, I love y'all. I appreciate every single one of y'all who watched this. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.